They ended up moving him to L.A. for Howie Kendrick, moved D. Gordon, and then initial move to Miami, and kind of going out there and, readjusting that whole infield of theirs. That's a pretty good look. They kind of have a pretty formidable, middle infield right now, is the way everything kind of shapes out. And so we'll see the way things go. But, I mean, that was definitely, an area that they needed to address.
Yeah, I'm curious with the Rollins-Kendrick combination. It's not, nothing, with Rollins, he's on the obviously on the downward side of his career, but I feel like that's an upgrade defensively at shortstop. And Kendrick, I don't think he is as valued as he should be from the standpoint of being for the Angels. I thought he was a good piece for the Angels. I'm surprised they got rid of him so quickly.
Yeah, and I think the Angels are just trying to figure out what they're doing exactly too at this moment. I mean, Jerry Deporto's put a lot of time and a lot of money into kind of figuring out the direction of the club and kind of throwing money at different top free agents and things like that, and it hasn't really worked out. And I think now they're kind of scrambling, trying to find ways to maybe lower the payroll a little bit and try to figure out a way to make do with it, but. That's kind of the funniest thing about the whole thing with the Dodgers now going out there and making all these moves is, everybody always wondered what Andrew Friedman would be able to do if he actually had the money and the resources to do what he wanted. And he's slowly but surely here just kind of picking apart this team, being super aggressive, and just adjusting it and making it his ball club. He's putting his stamp on this team right off the bat, and that's exactly what he should do. That's the reason why I brought him in. No reason to hold them back, and so we'll see, what other moves they're looking to make. I wouldn't be surprised to see them make a move, to kind of upgrade third base, too. I mean, right now, you have Wanya Uribe there, but, who knows? I mean, maybe they might be in the Chase Hazley sweepstake.
Well, and it's weird with Wanya Uribe, because I thought he was like 35 when he was with the White Sox. It feels like he's been 35 for about 15 years.
Yeah, he's still 35, like literally, and he'll be a free agent at the end of the the season. He's making $6.5 million, and he's always been one of those guys where maybe he'll be injured for a good chunk of the season and he'll contribute here and there. But if you get into the playoffs, I mean that's a bat you want in your lineup, or coming off the bench because for whatever reason he is just playoff built and just ready to go, at the beck and call,
Well, and I was surprised with Kemp getting dealt today to the Padres. Like, I mean, I guess no one probably would take on Ethier, but I guess I'm just surprised that, I didn't feel like Kemp was, he's never going to get back to his almost MVP level, but I didn't feel like, I thought that they would at least stick with him, and Ethier would have been the one to go. Were you surprised by that decision?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and considering the moves that the Sox are making, I wouldn't be surprised if they were kind of, making a move for Ethier or Kemp. Obviously, everyone would probably prefer Kemp, just because we've seen what he's been able to do, after getting gypped out of the MVP that one season, going up against Ryan Braun. But, overall, they did need to do something there. The outfield is flooding right now at the moment. Just in terms of, the major league players that are there with, Crawford, Puig, Ethier, they have Van Slyke. But, the other thing, too, is they also have, Jack Peterson. He's on his way up. And so, they have all these other prospects that are coming up right now as well. And so it's kind of trying to find room for these guys, try to maybe clear some of the money that you've taken on over the last couple of years. And, they brought in the perfect mathematician to do that by bringing in Friedman, and so, sometimes you are going to have to eat a little money and kind of dump one of these guys who would probably rather not move. But just in terms of making things work and making things fit, it probably wasn't a horrible idea. Just as long as you're able to clear some of that money off the books, I think, the Dodgers were pretty happy. And so, I don't know, I mean, what do you think about the whole Brandon McCarthy thing? Honestly, for him to kind of, finally get a 3-year deal with the ball club, I'm pretty proud of Brandon, because, I mean, this is a guy where, he's fought his ass off the last several years, since he came into the league. Again, the White Sox prospect, but, you know, he was always, you know, always going to be that ace kind of guy. And it was just for whatever reasons, random injuries or this, that, or another. This wasn't really able to ever kind of settle down in, you know, a certain spot with a particular team. And, you know, it's been 3 years with the Dodgers here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. And didn't he get a ball lined off his head a couple of years ago, too?
Oh, yeah. No, you know, he took one off the dome. I don't think it was last. I think it was 2013.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm glad I'm always happy when guys like that, you know, make a comeback. And
yeah, he's a great Twitter follow, too. I don't know if you follow him. He's a super intelligent guy, but really funny and insightful. He's a good follow, man, for sure.
Yeah. Well, Johnny, do you want to take us to break here?
Yeah, I think we can do that. Yeah, we'll shoot over to break now. And like I said, anybody that's looking to call, you want to talk about kind of what teams your move might, you know, what kind of moves your team might make, you know, going forward, or maybe some move that you thought was pretty interesting. Give us a call, 585-633-7487, 585-633-7487. So stick around with the Bob Sullivan Show here on LateNightSportsRadio.com.
We getting harder and then again we love Millionaires are being made all season long at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site. Got a player who's hurt? No problem. Play whenever you want. Injuries won't derail your shot at victory because it's like a new season every week, so you're never stuck with the same players. Pick your team in minutes, and you could be on your way to winning huge cash. This season, one listener turned $10 into $5,000, another turned $2 into $10,000, and a new millionaire has been crowned nearly every week this season at DraftKings.com. You could be next. Imagine winning $1 million in one day just playing fantasy football at DraftKings. Head to DraftKings.com now and use promo code Spreaker to play free in the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships. DraftKings.com. Bigger events, bigger winnings, bigger millionaires. Enter Spreaker now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com.
Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at LateNightSportsRadio.com.
All right, and welcome back into the Bob Sullivan Show on LateNightSportsRadio.com. I'm John Maloris Jr. with WindyCityStars.com. I got Bob on the line with me as I steal his show here. And feel free to give us a call. Call us some jerks. 585-633-7487. 585-633-7487. You know, I got to say, you know, right now, probably about, it's got to be Max Scherzer is probably the number one free agent still out there, you know, on the list. Everyone's kind of waiting to be signed. And I think another guy that maybe goes underneath the radar a little bit is also Melky Cabrera. Those are probably two big names that I think are probably going to wind up signing relatively soon here.
Yeah, those are, this is why I almost love winter meetings more than I love the actual baseball season. Because there's so much action in like the first 3 days that, you know, it's just, you know, I mean, like, just look at today, all the big names that moved around today. And Scherzer, absolutely, if I could say his name correctly, I would, but Max.
No, you did fine, you did fine.
Yeah, Max the Great. Yeah, that probably the biggest name. And Melky Cabrera, I think, yeah, he's an under-the-radar guy, a guy that he's one of those guys that would be like a team that's a piece away. He would be that piece for some of those teams, you know, maybe not the Royals, but a team like, you know, maybe the Cardinals could use a guy like that. I mean, they're always designing guys that have steroid history, right?
Yeah, you know, I think one of the biggest, you know, attractors to him right now is the fact that, you know, he's such a high on-base percentage guy, you know, and that's something that a lot of teams are looking to fill. I wouldn't be surprised knowing that Seattle needs offensive help, and also kind of looking at their situation with, you know, at least getting guys on base and kind of moving them around. You know, that's been a big issue for them. But I think Detroit was in the running for him for a little while, but obviously I think at this point, you know, probably one of the other big surprises of today was the Jonas Suspender trade, getting sent over to Detroit for Rick Porcello and a couple other prospects as well going to Detroit. But, you know, I just think that's a scary guy to add to that lineup, even though, you know, he's hurt as often as he is, and they don't really have that DH spot like a lot of teams do, where they're able to kind of, you know, give guys a day off, let them play, you know, let them just hit for the day. That's not really an option so much with you know, Victor Martinez there. So we'll see how, you know, Osmus is able to, you know, shuffle that lineup along. But, you know, out of everything that happened, that's a Spanish. I thought that was pretty interesting, because now you started to see, you know, once Lester signed, the rest of the dominoes started to fall. Boston went crazy and pretty much started adding pitchers left and right.
Yeah, the Red Sox have definitely made, you know, a few moves. The whole thing with Lester not signing there, they made a way bigger deal out of that than I thought. You know, it's the team, they traded him, and then signing him back. I just